Harlemite. I was born in Harlem. That's not true. I grew up in Harlem. I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in Queens. I was really born in Queens. But this is Lenox Avenue. This is back in the day. It must have been Easter or something. I don't know. But I love this picture of myself because it's like, oh, what a happy child. And so that's where I just realized, I'm 63 years old. I just realized in the past year or two that I was a Harlemite. I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's place on Lenox Avenue on 121st Street. Okay, so that's really like part of who I am. Another part of who I am is Angela Davis activist. This is a picture of me in college with my girls, my fro, you know, and I graduated in 1974. And so it was a period of, you know, identify Black. Today, we have Black Lives Matter. So, you know, it's been, I don't have pictures of my 20s, but it's in 1919, all I know was the quarter century mark. At 25, I read a book, a spiritual book, a scripture that said, oh, I believe in this scripture, okay? And so that was a turning point in my life and my awareness, which really set me on the road to greater light. I grew up as an Episcopalian, but then I read the Quran and I got enamored of what I understood Islam to be. I really liked the Quran. Okay. And then at 32, I got married in there. And at 32, I separated from the Sunni and the Shia and all kind of stuff like that towards serving God only. I don't care what name you call it. To me, everybody has their own form of submission to the Creator. And that's really what the religions are about. They're about naming the spiritual path and trying to codify it in a way that people can understand and follow. But it's not necessary to do that. And those of us who have gone that route, it is wonderful because we have actually been through a purification process going that route. So that brings me kind of fast forward. I worked as an editor, magazine editor. I worked for nonprofits. I always had a health program. I always had a health product. I was with Amway, Shackley, Multipure, the one that had to do with purifying the water. There was another one that you put drops in the water that would purify the water. Sunrider. I was in all kinds of network marketing programs. Okay. And then when I was introduced to the oils as an African medicine woman, I learned more and more about essential oils because I did not experience menopause. I looked around and everybody was talking about how they were sweating and they was hollering and couldn't sleep and all kind of stuff. I said, what are y'all talking about? I was using the oils and I didn't have that problem. So then I went through a divorce and I didn't have any issue around that. It was like ease and flow, just move on. And so, and then I was working at City College and my knees were like up and down those steps at City College. You will both know how those are. And so using the essential oils was very, very supportive to my joint health. Okay. So fast forward. Now I've retired. I've taken care of my mother for 4 years. She passed away last year. My father passed away the year before that. So now I'm fully responsible. I was an orphan for a year or two. Now I'm like, this is it. There's no dress rehearsal, folks. No dress rehearsal for this. This is it. So I'm serious about these essential oils and what they can do. And I'm serious about our conversation of who we're being in the world. And I know that for it to change, we have to shift. Those of us who use the oils have to shift. Those of us who are adamant about our contribution and what it is we're here to do, who have found our purpose, we have to do the work and continue with it and not be, not fall back because things look a certain way out there. Because that's all.